to encourage risk-taking within limits, of course, and most importantly, leverage failure for success. Now, I can give umpteen examples from history. Have you heard of a guy called Abraham Lincoln? Those of you who have read his biography will know that if you went looking with a microscope for somebody who had known no failure in his life, you would not find any person other than Abraham Lincoln. His whole life was full of failure, but he kept learning, and he kept learning, and he ultimately became perhaps the most powerful and the most respected president of the greatest country or the greatest economy of the world, of the United States of America. Heard of a guy called Babur? Babur founded the Mughal Empire. Those of you who have read Babur's biography will note that he had lost many more battles than he had won till he won the Battle of Panipat. But he kept learning, he kept learning. I want to quote a couple of lines from a person called J.K. Rowling. You may have heard of Harry Potter. So J.K. Rowling was the lady that wrote Harry Potter. She was quite a failure. She was a single mother, and Harry Potter, most of it was written when she used to go to drop her young son to school, and she did not have the money to go home and then come back again to school. So she used to go into a small coffee shop. She could afford 2 cups of coffee during the whole day, and she would sit there nursing these 2 cups of coffee, and she was writing out Harry Potter. And then, of course, she became famous. I want to quote a couple of lines about failure from her Harvard commencement address a few years ago. Quote, "It is impossible to live without failing at something unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default. The knowledge that you will emerge wiser and stronger from setbacks, that you will never truly know yourself or the strength of your relationships until both have been tested by adversity. Such knowledge is a true gift, and even though painfully acquired, it has been worth more to me than any qualification I ever earned." Unquote. Now this sounds like a Buddhistic. Somebody came and said, "Mr. Dubey, you talk about spirituality," so I confess I do, but I picked up this phrase from the bastion of capitalism, a place called the Harvard Business School. And the concept of mindfulness, management students will know, is coming very heavily into management literature. What it means and the way I have used mindfulness is quite simple. We are living in an age of over-information and over-stimulation. A normal executive would receive 300 emails. He is expected to be active on Twitter, on Facebook. He is expected to read lots of newspapers, economic papers. He's supposed to read magazines. Dear friend sent him, "My dear Rajiv, I'm attaching a very interesting article from the Harvard Business Review which you may like. And he expects you to read it, and I would love to have your comments by this evening." By the time you read the 2 paragraphs, suddenly you have 3 more days. "My dear Rajiv, I'm sending you a brilliant article in the Sloan Management Review." And by the time I sort of look at that, suddenly I have 1